Well, childhood obesity continues to be a major issue here in the United States, and programs such as Fan4Kids provide students with healthy and nutritional lessons, along with some fun fitness lessons for kids to enjoy. And here telling us more about the program, we welcome now the CEO and co-founder for Fan4Kids, Robert Oliver. Good to have you here with us.
Thank you.
As we are here talking about kids and really talking about childhood obesity, and it's hard to believe, but a lot of kids across America are really struggling with this.
You know, when I started looking at this issue back in 2004, it was shocking the amount of kids who are struggling with this. And on average, 33% of kids nationwide are obese or overweight. However, when you look at the minority community, it becomes 44%, 45%. So nearly one in two kids are obese or overweight in urban public schools in America. It's just shocking.
And so Fan4Kids really is a school-based program that's talking and giving kids about healthy choices. Walk us through a little bit of what you guys do.
Yeah, we literally put an instructor in a school that teaches the entire school year. An instructor goes into a school one day and teaches 5 classes and alternates on a weekly basis between fitness and nutrition. So we'll go into a school, and many here in the Bronx, actually we teach about 2,000 kids here in the Bronx, but we'll go into a school and teach 5 separate fitness and nutrition lessons throughout the day and cover one recess period. And we'll do that multiple days in one school for the entire school year.
So when you talk about nutrition, obviously kids like certain classes. They like art, they like sports, they like music, they like all those things, and something like English, science, whatever. How much is it a chore to really get them onto nutrition, and how much work do you have to do really to wrap their heads around nutrition?
It's funny you say that, because I was speaking to teachers just a few weeks ago, and they said that attendance on Fan4Kids days is dramatically higher than any other day of the week.
Are you serious?
Because they love their Fan4Kids class. I mean, we are very hands-on. We put a cool person in the classroom, and they teach about, you know, how it's fun to be fit, how it's fun to eat vegetables and dip them in hummus and things like that. So it is a really hands-on program. We're in there with them, we're living it with them, and they are super excited to be with their Fan4Kids instructor. I gotta tell you, it's been amazing that way in terms of becomes their favorite class, and they don't want to miss a Fan4Kids recess.
Oh, no, that's kudos to you, because obviously a lot of people, you know, you wouldn't think off the, you know, just on the onset we talk about nutrition, but you of course you dress it up real good.
Oh, well, we don't dress it up. Well, actually, you could say we dress it up, but you know, we go in and you know, we'll have a nutrition class one week, and then we'll talk about fruits and vegetables, and then the next week we'll have a fitness class, and then the third week we'll actually bring food into the classroom. So we're with them. We cut up vegetables with them. We dip them in whatever kind of dips they want to make it fun and to eat. And so it is fascinating how they feel as if this is a fun class as opposed to some of the other classes where they're trying to meet the standardized tests and they have to study to do this. You know, our homework is go home, go shopping with your parents or your grandma or your aunt or your uncle, and do 45 minutes of fun stuff, whether it's in the park, whether it's, you know, in your home, if it's raining, have a push-up contest. It's things about how do you maintain this fitness level in the urban areas in which we live.
So I was thinking about this as we were just talking. You talk about the kids, and you talk about homework. What about back at home for the parent? Because obviously the kids can get this information. Is there any work that's being done on the backside to deal with parents to really reinforce that which they're getting in the classroom?
So yeah, we do about 5 or 6 parent workshops throughout the course of the year. And the biggest one of the year is called Family Fitness Day, where the entire school comes, and we turn gymnasiums into fitness parties where parents come, aunts, uncles, grandparents come, and we just have an all-out fun. We partner with other organizations that come in there. We partner with Blank Fitness. We partner with Harvest Home Farmers Market, and we just put on a 2-hour fitness party. And they're like, "Wow, this is pretty fun stuff." And it really reinforces the fact that the children are coming home with these messages on a daily basis. You know, I have one great story. I'll do it quickly, but a teacher from a school has a son who went to one of our schools in the Bronx. And this son came home after one class and went shopping with the parent and said, "Mommy, I don't want to buy that because it has too much sugar in it." Wow. One class. And so this mother was like, what is going on at this school? You know, and forced her to purchase $7 extra worth of food because her son just learned that, you know, having too much sugar is not a good thing, and really kind of forced the messages at home and changes the dynamic of the family. They're great stories.
And you know, when you talk about the borough, obviously we know that the borough has the health challenges with asthma, obesity, you know, kids having lack of access to fresh produce and stuff like that. So I guess there's a lot of counter methods in terms of, or giving them kind of alternatives to really say, listen, this is what you need to lock into to have a more healthier lifestyle.
Yeah, and we're able to really show them an easy way to live healthy. We work with our local bodegas at every single school and we're in, and they allow us to kind of mark the healthy foods that are available. Fan4Kids approved elements. They weren't so excited about putting them all up front, but they were at least working with us to be able to label that these are kind of safe, healthy foods for snacks, for lunch, after school, as opposed to the green and the red, food and drink that they typically went in after. And
you also have a newsletter that goes out?
We do have a newsletter that goes out, both electronically and still physically. We print 2,000, 3,000 newsletters that go out to the parents with the child, so that we keep bringing and reinforcing those messages at home with healthy recipes, fit tips, when our next parent event is, and how to get involved. And we also are out there in the community on health fairs, usually in May and June.
So if I'm a parent and I'm watching, what's some things I should know right off the bat? Like if you want to give me some quick education, say, listen, this is what you should know. What would you tell them?
To cook. To cook. And when you cook real meals as opposed to pre-purchased meals, lots of sodium, lots of sugar in those prepackaged things. So if you can cook with your child, a very simple thing is remove skin from a piece of chicken. My wife likes to eat chicken. She's from China, but removing a piece of skin from chicken, it goes a long way. Drink water. Really, your first beverage should be water. Mainly water. So very simply, removing some fat from your meats and from your chickens, and drinking lots of water, and trying to try to get the healthy snacks in, and pretzels as opposed to chips. Those are some real basic things that you can do immediately. Right. When you go home today.
And it changes the dynamic in a major way. I mean, I think a lot of times we think we have to do this great big dramatic switch, but I've learned little by little you can make a big difference.
That's the one thing you really don't. The other story, I had a woman call me and said she wanted to use my instructor for where she worked, and I said, how'd you hear about Fan4Kids? She said, my child lost 25 pounds because of Fan4Kids last year, and I lost more because we do things as a family. And it was very simple. It was really these simple things, taking the stairs as opposed to taking elevators, making sure that you fit time in to be active during your day, walking a little bit more. We're a city of walkers, we should be walking a lot more than normal, and get out in the weekends. Get out in whether it's cold air, rainy or whatever it might be, try to get outside and breathe in the air.
John Oliver, thank you so much for coming to share with us. Now, if people want more about Fan4Kids, how do they do that?
They could go right to their website. My email is roliver@fan4kids.org. Our Facebook page, listen to us, get to us any way you can, and we will be responsive.
Thank you so much for coming
to share with us.
Thanks
for having me.
Good to have you. All right. Stay fit. Listen, stay right there, don't go anywhere. You stay right there, don't go anywhere. Got to take a quick break, be back with more show right after this.